Deion Sanders' family omitted from American royalty as Arch Manning becomes the difference maker. The battle for America's football crown. In American sports culture, the term royalty carries a heavy weight. It isn't simply about fame, flash, or even talent. It's about tradition, legacy, and the seamless passing of the torch from one generation to the next. Few families in history have been able to embody this enduring stature. But when the debate turns to football royalty, two names inevitably surface: the Sanders family and the Manning dynasty. On one side, you have Deion "Prime-Time" Sanders, a transcendent athlete whose combination of charisma, dominance, and two-sport superstardom made him a larger-than-life figure. He was football's showman, baseball's crossover star, and ultimately a Hall of Famer who never needed validation. He was the spectacle. Today, Deion remains in the limelight as the head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, reshaping college football with the same flair that defined his playing career. His sons, Shedeur and Shiloh, carry the Sanders torch into the next generation, each attempting to carve out their own NFL future. Yet, when American analysts, broadcasters, and fans toss around the phrase football royalty, something intriguing happens. The Sanders family doesn't always make the cut. Instead, the crown tends to settle firmly on another family tree, the Mannings. Why is that? And what does it mean for the perception of Shedeur, Shiloh, and the entire Sanders lineage compared to Arch Manning and his iconic family? To answer those questions, we must trace the very foundations of what America deems worthy of royalty in its most beloved sport. The Manning legacy: tradition, rings, and relentless consistency. The Mannings' dominance in football lore is rooted in something deeper than highlight reels. It's rooted in structure, championships, and the long-standing presence of stability. Peyton Manning: 2 Super Bowl titles, 5 MVP awards, and a Hall of Fame enshrinement that confirmed what fans already knew: that he was one of the greatest quarterbacks in history. His meticulous preparation and cerebral approach to the game redefined quarterbacking. Eli Manning: a 2-time Super Bowl champion who slayed dynasties by defeating Tom Brady and Bill Belichick on the sport's biggest stage. Not once, but twice. His calm poise in chaotic moments gave the Mannings another permanent entry into football's grand narrative. Archie Manning: the patriarch who never had the luxury of great rosters with the New Orleans Saints, but became a symbol of perseverance, passing down leadership qualities and quarterback instincts to his sons. And now enter Arch Manning, the newest torchbearer. As a redshirt sophomore for the Texas Longhorns, Arch isn't just carrying a famous name. He's carrying the weight of expectation. And yet, analysts like Colin Cowherd believe he is unfazed. They all have a very strong sense of self. They're not insecure, Cowherd explained on the Joel Klatt Show. All the Mannings share that quality. Humility, the ability to laugh at themselves. Manning family dinners are big events, and that energy flows into Texas football practice. It feels like a big event. The numbers back the mythology. Collectively, the Manning family accounts for over 1,000 NFL touchdowns and 4 Super Bowl rings. That isn't just tradition. That's tangible proof of dynasty. Arch, while still building his resume, is already immersed in this unshakable structure of legacy. The Sanders aura: flash, flair, and a struggle for stability. By contrast, the Sanders family's narrative rests on a different foundation: charisma, electricity, and cultural dominance. Deion Sanders didn't just play the game. He redefined how athletes engaged with fans and media. His motto, "If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good," still echoes across locker rooms. But when it comes to translating individual greatness into generational dominance, the Sanders family faces turbulence. Shedeur Sanders, once hailed as a rising quarterback star under his father at Colorado, Shedeur now finds himself in the NFL with the Cleveland Browns. His preseason flashes have impressed some, but his role remains uncertain. He hasn't locked down a confirmed starting job, and he faces the monumental challenge of climbing a crowded quarterback depth chart that includes veterans and other rookies. Shiloh Sanders. Playing safety, Shiloh's NFL journey has been rockier. Recently waived by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after being ejected for throwing punches in a preseason game, His discipline and maturity have been called into question. Head coach Todd Bowles labeled his behavior inexcusable, a blow that casts doubt on his immediate professional future. Deion himself, while beloved as a coach and motivator, often courts as much media attention for his social media presence, flashy branding, and larger-than-life soundbites as he does for Colorado's on-field performance. That showmanship is a double-edged sword. It generates unmatched attention, but it also fuels criticism that the Sanders brand leans more toward entertainment than enduring football stability. This contrast between stability and spectacle explains why, when analysts use the phrase American royalty, the Sanders family is sometimes left outside the castle gates. Arch Manning's philosophy, a rejection of spotlight culture. Perhaps the most defining distinction between Arch Manning and the Sanders brothers lies in how they engage with media and attention. Arch has made it clear he isn't chasing the spotlight. He isn't interested in clicks, Instagram followers, or celebratory dances going viral on TikTok. His approach echoes his grandfather Archie and his uncle Peyton, measured, disciplined, team first. "I'm not a guy who seeks the media. No offense, guys," Arch told reporters. "It's really about the team. 11 guys on the field. I dreamed of being in this position, and I'm not going to take it for granted." For many, this was a refreshing contrast to the culture surrounding Shedeur Sanders and Colorado. Whereas Shedeur has embraced media-savvy branding, appearing in commercials, leveraging nil deals, and showcasing lifestyle moments across platforms, Arch prefers the quiet grind. This is not merely a difference in personality, it's a clash of football philosophies. The Manning model: discipline, humility, methodical preparation, execution, tradition. The Sanders model: charisma, flair, media engagement, flash, and cultural impact. Both are valid. Both resonate with different audiences. But only one has been consistently crowned as royalty, and it isn't Deion's family. The bigger question: what defines American football royalty? At its core, the debate between the Sanders and the Mannings isn't just about statistics or titles. It's about what America values in its icons. The Mannings offer predictability and security. They are the embodiment of steady excellence, safe for analysts to call royalty, because their legacies are etched in rings and records. The Sanders embody excitement and cultural resonance. They create moments, storylines, and unforgettable entertainment. But their younger generation is still trying to prove that their dynasty will endure beyond Deion's individual brilliance. That's why Arch Manning's debut as a Texas starter against Ohio State feels symbolic. It isn't just about one game. It's about affirming the Manning place on the throne, reminding the nation why they're consistently held above others in these conversations. Conclusion: the road ahead. Deion Sanders' family remains one of the most captivating stories in American sports. Shedeur's journey with the Browns and Shiloh's fight to prove himself in the NFL aren't over. In fact, they're just beginning. And Deion's role as Colorado's cultural lightning rod ensures the Sanders name will never fade from the spotlight. But when fans whisper about royalty, they tend to whisper about stability. They speak about families whose legacies are passed seamlessly, unshaken, and crowned by rings. That is why, for now, the Mannings remain enthroned, with Arch Manning stepping into his new role not just as Texas quarterback, but as the latest symbol of football's enduring dynasty. Meanwhile, the Sanders continue to captivate with fire, flair, and the potential to one day reshape that conversation. For now, though, the difference maker is clear. Arch Manning wears the crown. The Sanders, for all their brilliance, are still knocking on the gates of royalty.